Good morning, wonderful students. My name is Teacher Kelley, and I am so happy to be with you here today. Today, we're going to go on an adventure around the world. And how do we learn about the world around us? How do we smell delicious food, smell delicious stinky tofu? How do we feel something soft? We use our 5 senses. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We use our 5 senses. Let's go ahead and draw those out here. All right, let's get started. Here, can anybody tell me what these are? Does anybody know the name? That's right, that is the ear. And what do we do with our ears? We hear. We hear with our ears. Great. And what about these? Can anybody tell me what these are? Our eyes. That's right, they are our eyes. Let's go ahead and label that. And what do we do with our eyes? Excellent, we see with our eyes. Very good. And what about this? This right here. The nose. That is our nose. And what do we do with our nose? We smell. We smell with our nose. Very good. And this right here, here we have 2 different words that we can learn. That is our mouth. And inside of our mouth is our tongue. Our tongue. Great. And what do we do with our tongue? That's right, we taste. Great. And finally, this right here. Does anybody know what this is called? Excellent. That is our hand. And what do we do with our hands? Awesome. We touch, we feel. We're going to use the word touch. And how many senses is this? 5 senses. 5 senses. Hearing with our ears. Seeing with our eyes. Smelling with our nose. Tasting with our tongue. Our tongue is inside of our mouth. And touching, feeling with our hands. Excellent. Very good. So today we will use these 5 senses to describe the world around us, and that is the adventure on which we are going. That means that we get to use adjectives. Adjectives tell us what something is like. Adjectives will tell us what something smells like, what something looks like, what something feels like. So let's go ahead and write that down. You are all such wonderful students. This is the word that we will be using a lot today. Adjective. Adjective. And an adjective describes a noun. Great. Does anybody have any questions for me? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Very exciting. So let's use some of our senses. just to see what some items around us are like. So I'll begin with some very pretty flowers. What am I doing? I am smelling the flowers. The flowers smell sweet. I smell the flowers, and they smell sweet. What do I use to smell the flowers? My nose. That's right. I smell the flowers with my nose, and they smell sweet. They are sweet flowers. I smell the pretty flowers, and they smell sweet. So, what are the flowers like? They are pretty, and they smell sweet. Great, very good. Here's a fun one. Does anybody know what this is? That's right, it's a lemon. So what can I do with this lemon? I can taste it. That's right, I can taste it. And how does a lemon taste? It's sour. Ooh, so sour. I taste the lemon, and it is sour. How else can we describe this lemon? I see the lemon with my eyes, and it is yellow. Right. I taste the lemon with my tongue, and it is sour. So, this is a sour lemon. It is a yellow lemon. I taste the lemon with my tongue, and it is sour. It tastes sour. So, do you think that these flowers would taste good? No, I don't think so, but they smell good. These are pretty flowers. I'm using the word pretty to describe the flowers and how they look. And I smell the flowers with my nose, and they smell sweet. So these are pretty flowers that smell sweet. This is a yellow lemon that tastes sour. It looks yellow. It tastes sour. Awesome. And here's a surprise. I have 2 of them. I am not going to eat those. Alrighty. Here we have another fun one. Does anybody know what this is? An apple. Yes. And how does the apple look? Use your eyes and see the apple. Use an adjective to describe the apple. The apple looks red. The apple looks shiny. This is a shiny apple. Great. So using your eyes, tell me how this apple looks. Great. And how do you think this apple tastes? Sweet? It tastes good. This is a red apple. I'm using the word red to describe the apple. Is red an adjective? Correct. It is. It is an adjective. Is sweet an adjective? It is. It is an adjective. Very good. Very good. What senses are we missing? What have we spoken about so far? Great. Seeing, sight with our eyes. Smelling with our nose. And tasting with our tongue. That is 3 senses. How many senses are there? 5. That's right. That's right. So what are we missing? There are 2 senses missing. Hearing with our ears. That's right. So let's listen. Does anybody know what this is? A guitar. I hear the guitar with my ears and it sounds loud. I hear the guitar and it sounds loud. That is a loud guitar. I listen with my ears and I hear the loud guitar. I look at the guitar, I see the guitar, and it is large. I hear the guitar, and it is loud. So, what words can we use to describe the sound of the guitar? Loud, musical, pretty. Very good. Very good. Now we have one more sense. Does anybody remember what it's called? Touch. That's right. You are so smart. Touch. And what do we use to feel, to touch? That's right, our hands. Great job. Excellent job. So let's touch this bear. What words can you use to describe how this bear feels? Soft, soft. Everybody go ahead and touch the bear. Excellent, excellent. And how does the bear feel to touch? Can you say, I touch the soft bear? The bear is soft. Therefore, it is a soft bear. Great. Very good. Very good. So, let's go ahead and do an activity. Righty, let me get my stuff together. I'm going to show you something, and you go ahead and raise your hand, and we're going to talk about that item. We will use adjectives to describe that item. Are you ready? Very good. Let's describe this. Does anyone remember what this is called? A lemon. How does this lemon taste? That's right. Let's write this down. The lemon tastes sour. How else can we say this? It is a sour lemon. Excellent. And what sense are we using to describe the taste of this lemon? Taste. Yes. And what are we using to taste? Our tongues. Very good. Super great. How does this lemon look? What does it look like? The lemon looks yellow. What are we using to see the lemon? Our eyes. That's right. That's right. I see the lemon with my eyes and it looks yellow. It is a yellow lemon. The lemon tastes sour, so it is a sour lemon. Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's describe my favorite bear. How does this bear feel? Soft, that's right. The bear feels soft. How else can we say that? It is a soft bear. Great. The bear feels soft. It is a soft bear. How does the bear look? The bear looks cute. That's right. It is a cute bear and it feels soft. What senses am I using? It looks cute. What sense am I using? Sight with my eyes. Very good. And what sense am I using to say that it is soft? I am using my hand to feel the bear, to touch the bear. So let's write this down. The bear feels soft. And how else can we say that? Excellent. It is a soft bear. Very good. Excellent. Very great. All right, let's describe these flowers. What words would you use to describe how the flowers smell? Sweet. Yes, I smell the flowers with my nose and they smell sweet. How would you describe how the flowers look? Pretty. Great. Pink. Yes. I smell the pink flowers. Pink is the adjective. Flowers is the noun. I smell the pink flowers. And how do they smell? Sweet. Is that an adjective? Am I using it to describe how the flowers are? Right. Sweet is an adjective. Very good. Excellent. Let's write that down as well. The flowers smell sweet. They are sweet flowers. Excellent. Very well done. All right. What sense are we missing? What have we not discussed? Hearing. That's right. Very good. So, when I played the guitar earlier, what sense did we use to say that it is loud? We used hearing. And what do we use to hear? Our ears. That's right. And right now I hear a rooster. All right, let's go ahead and write that down about the guitar. I hear the guitar and it is loud. How else can we say that? It is a loud guitar. Great. It is a loud guitar. What word are we using to describe the guitar? Loud. And what sense are we using? Hearing. And what are we using to hear? Our sense of hearing, our ears. Yes. Yes, great. Can anyone tell me how many senses we have? 5 senses. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 senses, and that is how we learn about the world around us. Great. So, everybody, if you want to go ahead and get out a piece of paper and your favorite pencil. And let's draw one of the items that we learned about today, that we explored today with our 5 senses. So you can choose any of these items. What items did we learn about today? The flowers. Great. What else? Lemon. Awesome. Go ahead and raise your hand. Oh, you remembered the apple. Excellent. Very good. What else? Yes. Wonderful. My favorite, bear. And the last thing that we learned about today, using our 5 senses, the guitar. That is correct. So, go ahead and choose any one of these 5 items and draw it. Excellent. I will do that with you. I'll leave these up on the board so that you can pick and choose your favorite item. And I will draw as well. Can anyone tell me what I drew? That's right. I chose the apple. So let's go through our senses and describe the apple. So, can somebody raise their hand and name one of our 5 senses? Hearing, yes. And what do we use to hear? Our ears, that's right. Now, how could I describe what an apple sounds like? That is a hard one. I can take my apple, I can go like this, and it sounds squeaky. Isn't that funny? It is a red apple. It sounds squeaky. So to describe the sound of my apple, I'm going to go ahead and make an apple list here. And when I hear it, it sounds squeaky. That is the adjective that I will use to describe the sound of the apple when I hear it with my ears. Very good. What's another sense? Someone raise their hand and tell me another sense we can use to learn about this apple. Yes. Great. Touch. Very well done. Touch is another sense. And what do we use to touch? Awesome. Our hands. So let me write this up here. How could I describe the way that this apple feels when I touch it? Smooth. It feels smooth. I feel the apple with my hands, and it feels smooth to touch. I touch the apple with my hands, and it feels smooth. It is what? A smooth apple. Right. I hear the apple with my ears, and it is squeaky. It is a squeaky apple. Squeaky is the adjective to describe what I hear. Great. I touch the apple with my hands, and it is smooth. Smooth is what? The adjective, great. To describe how the apple feels when I touch it. It is a smooth apple. Can somebody name another sense? We have hearing, we have touch. How many more senses are there? Yes. Correct. There are 3 more senses. Can you name another sense for me? Sight. Very good. And what do we use to see? What can I use to see this apple? My eyes. That's right. Very well done. And when I use sight with my eyes to look at this apple, what words can I use to describe what I'm seeing? Not what I'm hearing, not what I'm touching, but what I'm seeing. Yes. Red. I see the apple and it is red. That's right. What other words can I use? Shiny. Shiny, it is shiny. I see the apple and it is red. So it is a red apple. It is a shiny apple. I see the apple with my eyes and it is shiny. I see the red apple with my eyes and it is shiny. It is a shiny apple. Great. So we have looked at hearing, touch, sight. What other senses can I use to describe this apple? Yes. Smell. That is another one of our senses. Excellent. And what do I use to smell this apple? My nose. Very well done. Now, what words, this is kind of a hard one as well, what words can I use to describe how this apple smells? Let's pretend I cut the apple